What's up, guys? It's the newest episode of the GamingForFools podcast. I'm your host, Pliskin Plays, Brian, with my co-host, Eric, aka Night Slash. What's up, man?
Hello. What
We're
up?
back. It's been a while, yet again. Eric, we gotta be more consistent with this shit.
Or Kushi.
Facts. I do.
Alright, so today was the release of yet another State of Play by Sony, dropped at 2 p.m. What are your overall thoughts on the presentation?
I forgot it was 20 minutes. I deadass forgot it was 20 minutes of a fucking of the whole stream. I mean, it was really good. There's a lot of games that I'm like, this was a good one for me. Just 'cause like I could actually name games that I'm interested in compared to like the previous ones. So it was good. I wish it was longer, but I know they were focusing on like the Japanese side of games for this stream.
Ooh.
But yeah, I thought it was alright.
I think some of the games were really interesting, like Ghostwire Tokyo. There was also Forsaken, which I've been excited about for a while now, and also Foreskin. That's name of my next sex tape. And last but not least, Trek to Yomi, which is a Devolver Digital published game. These guys make a lot of really great indies. One of my favorite games of theirs is called Ruiner. It's a top-down shooter, and these guys are just they make really great gems. Like if you're really open to playing all kinds of games, indies, you're gonna like a lot of the stuff that they make. They make such a wide variety of games, and they're high quality in my opinion. But they're not talked about, which is it's a shame. Anyways, so my favorite game shown today was the game just aforementioned. It's a 2D game set in this like in some type of samurai period. I don't know shit about this like time period, but 2D samurai game, black and white, highly cinematic. It seems it's like a one-hit kill kind of game where you'll take a couple hits, you die, or they die in a couple hits. Like it's very cut and neck kind of thing, and when it's not in that 2D perspective, it's beautiful cinematics, close shots, beautifully rendered facial animations. It looks amazing, and apparently it's starring a star-studded cast of Japanese actors, which I do not know any of because I don't watch anime because I like pussy.
Cause why?
I like pussy.
Okay.
Trek to
So,
Yomi.
they hear that anime fans that watch this show, basically saying that you get nothing.
Yeah.
Is this what you want from your host?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Listen,
Looking
Well,
forward.
I like anime, but the only kind of here's the thing, there's so much bullshit in anime, dude. Like from the fucking tentacles to the women with the triple
well, I don't know.
D
You're watching fucking
breasts
hentai.
to these guys with like shlongs that are a foot and a half long that are just a fucking length of and girth of like a newborn's arm. It's ridiculous. Like there's so much shit. There's so much bullshit in anime. It's just too much, dude. It's just too much. Like why is it that every time a female actress gets hurt in an anime, it sounds like they're just having the best sex in their life? I don't fucking understand. Now, this game looks fucking cool. I'm down. I don't like anime, but I do like Cowboy Bebop. That's like one of the only exceptions I've made recently in the past like 10 years. But the game here in question, Trek to Wyoming, it's great. It looks great. I'm in. I'm going to buy it day one. They make great games over digital. And I don't remember the name of the developer, but the publisher, again, is Devolver. I'm really, really excited. That's my personal pick for today's show. What about you?
That's the one game that you're looking forward to out of all of them?
It's number one for me.
Did that thing even have like a release date or no? I don't
I don't
remember.
think so. I want to say it was an announcement, but they didn't give a year, a month, or a Q. So yeah, that's probably an announcement trailer, and that's it.
Oh shit. I think that's the one game I didn't get to see like the review. I guess I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but that's the one game I didn't see. But for sure the game that I'm looking forward to, which is not even a game. Well, it is a game, but it's not a new game. It's just a collection. Is TMNT. Uh,
Ooh.
yeah, it's called TMNT the Cowabunga Collection, and it's coming out, and it's $40 for PS4, PS5, Steam, Switch, Xbox One, and the Series X. Um, and it comes with like 13 TMNT games. And the one that stand out the most is obviously the one in the arcades, the four-player co-op one,
Mm-hmm.
Turtles in Time, and the one of them which I'm actually like really want to get is Tournament Fighters. Uh, it's kind of it was like a fighting game, TMNT game that came out that was actually like really good. Um, a lot of people were like are hoping it gets like online so you could play it online. Yeah, well, yeah, well, hopefully it gets like good online. It's not fucking laggy up the ass, but that's definitely like my pick for the game that I'm most likely gonna pre-order. Uh, I've kind of been wanting to play so some of those TMNT games I didn't even get to play that I just like single player.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I can't remember. But that came out in the NES, the NES. That I saw. What's that guy's name? Angry Video Game Nerd. I think that's what I was thinking
Yes.
of. That he that there was a lot of like turtle game that he was like reviewing that I wanted to play it, but I mean I can't just because there's no other way to get them. Besides if you had an S. So yeah, that's my pick for the show easily.
Yeah, man. If you were born in the '90s, and you were in an
No
arcade at
release
one
date
point
by
or
the way.
another,
It's just 2022.
you played the fucking game.
Mm.
And yeah, man, a lot of the beat 'em ups in the arcades are just fucking great, just undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
This being one of them, and yeah, absolutely. If it's great because it's a timeless 2D beat 'em up. You can show it to a kid or to an adult, and it's just accessible. It's fun. They're four turtles and a rat beating the shit out of human beings. Like that's just fucking great. Who wouldn't want that?
Exactly. But yeah, there's no release date on it yet. It's just generic 2022. But yes, that is my pick.
It looks so good.
Mm-mm.
Another game that I'm interested in from the show is Forsaken. This is this was it Square Enix?
Square Enix, Square Enix.
Square Enix. Yeah, it's a third-person action kind of like hero game in the vein of Infamous, where you play this female protagonist who gets warped back in this medieval-ish time. It's a fantastical setting, kind of like an Elder Scrolls thing, and
Mm-hmm.
she has literally like infamous powers. She has like ice powers. I saw she had like some kind of lava, weird rock telekinesis. It looks great. I mean, I heard some of the voice acting. I don't know if it was just the line or her delivery. It didn't sound great to me, but the gameplay looked amazing. I like the setting. I like the powers. She had a fucking surfboard for a second, and so I'm down.
You think it's gonna be like the story is gonna be garbo or what?
I mean, there are plenty of games where the fucking voice acting is shit, but the gameplay's great. You know,
Name a couple.
shit. Name a couple games with bad voice acting. Shit,
Mm-mm.
can't recall any
This
right now.
fucking looks so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, maybe like Dead Island, dude. Dead Island has some of the worst voice
Oh
acting I've
yeah,
seen,
that's true.
but the game is
Mm-hmm.
fun. Like, like they use nothing but stereotypes in Dead Island, and
Mm.
yet it's still fun. Like I saw they voiced a white Caucasian man with a black man's voice. Like what the fuck? Like there's this guy in a swamp in an RV getting chased by I don't know a dozen zombies, and so you help him out, of course, kill all the zombies, and he looks to you. He's like, "Yo, man, appreciate that. You saved my life." I'm like, "What the fuck? You could have been fucking whiter." I'm like, "You're not fucking Albano over here, man."
I don't think those games I know for the voice acting, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, they're not good.
I get you.
Yeah, you could also make a case for like Resident Evil and like Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I love those games, but God, that acting's fucking awful.
Yeah, like and it's funny because back in the day, like RE1, like that was it. The game was trying to take itself really seriously, but in this weird B movie kind of way, and so it aged. It's so bad it's good. It's that kind of thing, and now they're just trying to recreate that, and it works, but not to the extent of the originals. So I think
they've accepted how cheesy it is nowadays.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a zombie game. It can only take itself so seriously.
And
so
I really want that rumor of the Resident Evil 4 getting a remake to be true.
Oh, it's not a rumor. It's a fact.
Oh, it's already confirmed, right?
It's been leaked by what's his fucking name, Mr. Blonde with the shades on, Wesker. The Wesker voice actor accidentally leaked a promotional image for Resident Evil 4 remake on Twitter, got called out for it, removed it instantly. But
did that guy even come out in that game? Oh,
in 4?
Yeah.
In 4, Wesker?
I don't even think Wesker comes out in it, right?
I don't think he does.
How the fuck are you leaking it? You're not even in the game.
Anybody in chat? Anybody in chat? Tell us.
That's 5.
No? Okay, so no, that's Resident Evil 5 that he comes out in, but maybe, again, it's a remake, it's not a remaster.
Oh, it is a remake, maybe.
So they could be adding more story tidbits, it could be DLC, expansion, we don't know. We could even be playing in the shoes of Wesker. It's a remake.
I'm kind of just hoping that, what's it called? They take away Ashley, or at least change the voice actor. I kind of don't want... I don't want the same voice actor. Yeah, I really don't. I really don't want that Ashley back for the remake.
I mean, she's breedable, but fuck, man, like, Jesus.
I think that's like the worst part of the game by far.
I think it's a low point of the game for sure.
Yeah, it's the one game where like I've replayed it a bit, but. That's the only part in the game where I just like mute the TV because I just don't want to hear it.
You play Spotify in the background.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear it talk.
Yeah, I mean, she's useful. I think if I remember correctly, she gives you ammo. She'll kill enemies for you. Is that right? Does she kill enemies or no?
I don't think so. A lot of it is just like her. No. I think you're just escorting her. That's all it is.
She doesn't fight unless I'm mistaken.
No. All she is just like a damsel in distress.
She
don't do shit. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the worst fucking part of the game.
Worst part of the game. Fuck. Well. Yeah, I mean, regardless of that game. The bigger question when I think of the RE4 remake, which I know it's coming, is how do you remake a game that's damn near perfect? With Ashley, for example, I don't even know. Well, she's a story tidbit. She's like a driving force in the game narratively.
Okay, you don't even have to take out Ashley. You don't even have to take out the escort mission. Just, lower the amount of time she says it. That's all. The amount of time she yells it to lower it, like, she doesn't have to say it like every 5 seconds. That's just what I want. She can she could complain, but at least lower it to like, it just feels like she's just yelling it like every 10 seconds. I hate it.
Absolutely. I mean, just reduce the number, increase the cooldown of the voice lines.
Cooldown.
Reduce.
That sounds so stupid.
Reduce
lower the cooldown on their voice.
Yeah, it's just too much, dude. And
it's not like a patch note.
Yeah,
like Apex.
God, I wish it was a fucking patch note.
It sounds like an Apex patch note. We lowered the cooldown on Ashley's voice line.
Yeah, dude. Remember in Resident Evil 5 where you could you if you're playing Chris and you're like opening the door, you can spam circles like Shava, Shava, Shava,
Shava,
help.
Shava, Shava, help me! No, no.
I'm not gonna make it.
I still think RE4 is like no, not RE4 RE5. Even though it's not a Resident Evil game, or people wouldn't consider it a Resident Evil game, it's still like my probably like my top three favorite like RE games by far.
RE4?
I love it so much.
Yeah, RE4 is incredible. I mean, the sound design didn't really age well because the soundscape is flat. There's no, it doesn't feel like there's a three-dimensional range in terms of audio. So, for example, if I'm on the second floor of a building and there's an enemy below me, he sounds like he's right next to me as opposed to being below or above. So, like, when I was playing, I replayed it maybe like a year or so ago, and I was getting fucking scared because it sounded like they were right fucking next to me, breathing down my neck, and they're fucking below me. But
I really love that game.
it's a great game.
I kind of want to replay it, to be honest.
Me too. I was
I've been
thinking about
meaning
it.
to. Yeah, I've been meaning to like replay it.
So,
I have a Resident Evil collection actually that I got. I think it has a RE0, RE1. I think it's just those two games but I have it. I just need to play it.
yeah, do it, man.
Mm.
I
I've
mean,
been trying to beat a Horizon at the moment, and fuck, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I love the game, but I'm at a certain point in the story where like I'm kind of lost. So, I really don't care at the moment. And I kind of want to put it on hold for Elden Ring.
uh-huh.
I hear people talk about like Elden Ring so much that I want to try it out, but yeah.
Oh, man, Dark Souls. I really love, I love those games. Like in terms of like gaming popularity, they sell incredibly well, but I feel like a small number of people actually complete those games. A lot of people will buy them. They'll play the first couple hours and they'll dip because it's just too fucking hard. They spend so much time in the same fucking level, dying and dying and dying, accumulating souls, dying, going back
I
to
thought you
retrieve
love
them,
those
dying
games, don't
again. I love those guys. I beat Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. I beat in Bloodborne. Right now I just need to beat Sekiro, which I really want to play right now. And Sekiro, Demon Souls, and Elden Ring. But, dude, Elden Ring looks so good. I want to play it.
I've been meaning to play a Demon Souls now that I have a PS5, but
You should.
I think I'm just gonna go straight to Elden Ring first, and then we'll see if I like it anyway.
Well, then again,
Uh,
like you're not really missing out on much because I mean, it doesn't follow any story. It's just a
Yeah,
whole
that's what I've
different
been
thing.
told that the games have story, but it's one of those games where like kind of like the same as Resident Evil, where it's like you're playing for the game, but you're playing for
Yeah,
the gameplay, not for the story.
exactly.
Yeah, so um yeah, I think that's the game I'm gonna play next right now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that looks so good. They make really unique games in terms of pacing, of world structure, gameplay, risk reward mechanics, uh, ambiance. It's just all their tone. It's just everything about those games are just so singular. It feels something like you would play in the '80s, but in a three-dimensional form. Because there's no direction. There's no map, with the exception of Elden Ring that just came out. There's no guidance. There's barely any story. There's maybe a couple NPCs that talk to you throughout the entire game, and it just feels incredible. Like if you play any Souls game without a guide, without a review, completely blind, start to finish, it's fucking, and you stick through it, it's fucking magical. Like the feeling of conquering a boss that killed you 15 times is just, it's fucking compared to none in like a gaming experience. It's just, it feels incredible.
Better than sex, right?
Better than sex. I don't know what sex is. Never had it. I watch anime. I don't have sex.
Shut the fuck
I don't
up.
want. I don't have sex. I watch anime. That's my thing.
Shut the fuck up. There should be a t-shirt.
Fucking
Anime,
abstinence
no,
right
I have
here. Shirt.
sex. Huh?
I'm just gonna name my fucking. I'm just gonna tattoo abstinence on my chest.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, you watch Cowboy Bebop, so.
I've seen like the first 5 episodes. I mean, the fucking first of all, jazz music, blues music,
I know,
western
it's
setting.
great.
I'm in.
The first episode of it is like really good.
I mean, I've seen the whole series. They're all fucking great, dude. The
Mm.
humor is funny. I like the setting, the music, the
Fucking
characters.
Spike Lee, bro.
It's great, dude. So
Spike Lee,
good.
Spike Lee is such a fucking iconic voice. I love him.
Yeah, man. He's incredible.
You re-welcome.
But yeah. So yeah, thoughts on State of Play? It was good. It was good, or oh, what's up?
So
You like completely drifted off on it.
before I give my final thoughts, I want to highlight one more game. That is Ghostwire Tokyo. These are the guys who developed Evil Within 1 and 2. Instead of making Evil Within 3, which I would have fucking loved, they made a new IP, Ghostwire Tokyo. It's a first-person horror-influenced game. It's got elements of Evil Within. It's got the psychological thriller elements, and it also has this Bioshock influence. I can tell with a lot of ability, a lot of magical, a lot of just hand abilities. You can use at a whim, but it's a faster pace. The enemies are just the design is just incredible. Just inspired by just like Japanese history. It looks incredible.
Yeah, the game looked cool from what I saw, like from the little demo that they had, or like just the gameplay trailer they had.
The action looks great. I'm all in.
Mm.
And yeah, man, I'm all in. I mean, I trust that developer. The last 2 games they made are some of the best horror games I've played in 10 years.
What
Like,
they make again?
they made Evil Within 1 and 2.
Oh shit! I didn't know it was those devs. Oh,
Those
fuck.
guys, Evil Within 2 is one of the best. It's probably
Those
the
are
best
the
horror game I've played in
original
10 years.
devs of RE4, right?
The guy who is leading this game, Ghostwire Tokyo, directed Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't remember that much. Oh, that's sick though. What the fuck?
And those guys are incredible. Like I said, Evil Within 2 is one of the best. It's the best horror game that I've played in the last 10 years. It's Evil Within 2, Outlast, and then like the Dark Pictures anthology, or maybe like yeah, I would probably rank it in that order. It's just those guys are just fucking so talented, underrated, underrated. But
I'm hoping those games sold well too.
I hope so, man, because I want to fucking see more.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more. So those are my 3 top favorite games. Once again, Trek to Wyoming, Forsaken, Ghostwire Tokyo. Every other game just didn't cater to my taste. I don't really play JRPGs. I don't play. They had this gunman shooter thing. It looked like a shooter that would release in the PS3 era, 7th generation of gaming. It just didn't look right. It's not up my asshole.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't really play Final Fantasy. I don't play a lot of the Square Enix games. But yeah, it was. I thought it was. Oh, and also Eternal. Yeah, coming out with a DLC
Oh,
for that game.
Returnal.
Free
Yeah,
co-op.
that's the one game I need to try.
Free DLC, and they enabled co-op into the game. Free of charge. 3.0 update coming soon. Probably already launched today. And that game looks. I want to play it. Looks great.
That game I need to fucking play. I can get it now. I should.
Do it. But yeah, man. I really. There's so many fucking PS5 games I want to play, but that's in the top 5 for sure.
I feel like there's just so many games that I need to catch up on lately that fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely, I feel like putting Horizon on the backlog, low-key.
Or you playing? Did you play the first one or the second one right now?
No, I'm playing the first one right now. Like I said, it's just one of those things where I'm getting to the point in the story where it's just like, well, I was following it a lot and I was liking it a lot, But I think I kind of maybe it was on my fault where I just like took a break from the game for like
Mm.
yeah, like it wasn't even that long, like 2 weeks or something, where I kind of like I'm at a point where like I'm kind of lost, and I know what I'm supposed to do in the game. Like there's all these objectives and stuff. So I'm not like lost on how to proceed, like how to go forward, but it's just on the story. Like once the characters are talking and everything, I'm like I'm kind of lost now. I should probably watch a YouTube video to like remind myself what I'm doing again.
That's the thing about games and gaming in general is that some games you just can't stop playing. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to stop playing a game. You drop it, you come back to it 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. Games like Dark Souls, you can't do that because if you're in an area where you've seen every nook and cranny, you've memorized every enemy spawn point, the boss move set, all the death traps, everything, and then you take a break and you come back, dude, you're fucked. You get to relearn the timing for all the frames of every weapon, of every dodge, of every roll, and then the enemy placement and any animations. It's just too much. Like some games you can't take a break for. You know what I mean? Like it's just. And Horizon, I haven't played it, but
That's what I'm learning with Horizon right now.
Horizon looks like it's got a lot of systems at play.
It's just it's one of those games where it's like the gameplay is really fun, and that's what I'm really enjoying about the game. It's what's making me stick with the game because I really enjoy the gameplay. But it's one of those games where it's like it's very there's a lot of story. There's a lot of story.
So a lot of cutscenes, dialogue.
Yeah, cutscenes.
Damn.
Well, you're getting through the game and it's like, oh, talk to this person, and it gives you a dialogue, what's it called?
Choices.
But you could pick your own dialogue.
Oh, choice, nice.
Yeah,
Love that.
It's not like choice, but it's kind of like well, there are some choices, but it reminds me a lot of like the Telltale system where you can pick like what answer you want to give, or like the questions you want to ask them, like stuff like that.
Hell yeah, dude.
So there's certain points where like I hate doing it, but I don't know. I think I'm halfway through the game, so I'm just gonna like I think I should just get it done with, and so I can just move on.
Damn. I mean, hey man. I mean, fucking A. That game, I mean, Guerrilla Games, those guys went from a B tier studio to an S tier in the span of a game. Like, those guys made Killzone. I think there was like 2 or 3, 4 entries into the game. The last entry we saw was at the beginning of the PS4 launch, which was, again, Killzone Shadowfall. And since then, they went into hiatus. They didn't announce anything until Horizon came along. That game came out, and it just blew everyone away. It just drew from a whole bunch of different companies and games. I see influence there of Tomb Raider, Ubisoft, Far Cry, Legend of Zelda, Skyrim. Like, it's a melding pot of this gaming history. And it looks cool, but I haven't played it.
I swear, I feel like Killzone is just known to be like a launch title, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's how would you say it's shovelware. I mean, I don't really care for it.
It's just it feels like it's just that series where it's like you launch it with like the system. I think they did it the same thing with like Killzone 3.
Really?
Killzone 3 I believe came out like on launch PS3.
Yeah,
if I remember right on that.
You know how as a kid, even though you're a kid, right? Your bar for your standard of gaming is just non-existent. You'll take anything as a kid when it comes to video games and TV,
That's what Killzone
film. You'll take anything, right? And so even then, as a kid, I saw this and I was like, I'm good. Like that's how uninteresting that game came across to me as a kid. I just skipped it.
I feel you. I was the same way on that.
Like a Brazilian hooker, but that's beside the point. Anywho. So, yeah, I mean, they make good games now, and games that you should play. Horizon Forbidden West, which is a fucking weird name. All good. but definitely play those two games that we just mentioned. What else is next here on the list? So, I opened for Christmas. I got a special gift. I got a VR headset, and I put this thing on my face. I put the face hat on, and let me tell you, man, that shit is just, it's special. Like it works, and it works good, and it's so immersive. I was playing. The first game I played was Until Dawn: Rush of Blood, which is the VR exclusive that those guys made for PSVR, and it just plays so damn well. It's a on-rails shooter in a circus nightmare setting. It doesn't really have much to do with the space story of Until Dawn. It's loosely based in it, but it's not. It's a side thing, and it just plays so damn well. It's scary. Gameplay feels tight. Like you're in these rails. You're like at some point you're like in a fucking volcano essentially on these rickety rails that are like falling off, breaking apart, and you could just look off to like the sides and you can see the distance. You have scale, and man, it's just so fun. It's just so fun to see things in that perspective. The porn is fun too. Watching porn in VR, that's always good.
Yeah. Better than the games, right?
Better than sex.
Shut the.
Abstinence.
Are the graphics realistic? Or do they feel like, does it not look janky when you're on that thing or no?
I noticed a graphical downgrade when I went from typical PS4 games. I'm on a typical PS4 Pro games to the PSVR. There's a downgrade in terms of fidelity. I think the game was running at a 30 FPS, and even then the graphical fidelity wasn't great. But it's good enough that you believe whatever you're seeing. It's not enough for you to take you out of the experience because you're already so immersed. It's first person. You have depth of field. You can look over your shoulder. You can look to your left. You can see things and have. It's just there's that distance of space. It just feels so realistic that it feels like you're just in it. It's so immersive, and again, it's not bad enough that I'm just taken out of the experience. It's so fun and different. And
so the fucking PSVR 2 that's coming out as well.
PSVR 2, it's funny because I got the PSVR 1.0 for Christmas, and the 2.0 was announced like shortly afterwards.
That's why I was like cracking up. But when it was released, I started cracking up because I was like, didn't they just got like the first one?
I mean, dude, I'm fucking happy with it, man. I love this fucking face hat, dude. Look at this shit, dude. Look at this fucking thing right here. It's so damn fun. It's great. I will say though, I pointed out some of the pros, some of the cons. It's a little heavy, man. It's a face hat. It's a little heavy. I can't do more than 2 hours, an hour and a half with the thing on my face. Like it just gets so heavy. There's a lot of pressure around here on your head, and I have to take a break. I have to take it off for 5 minutes.
Does that hurt your neck or what?
No, not my neck. It's on the side that's on my head, like near my forehead.
Oh.
And there's just a lot of pressure because there's all that weight, and it's just it's pulling down because most of the weight of the headset is on your forehead. So that's where that pressure is, and it gets a little uncomfortable after that. There is some tweaking you got to do in terms of settings, in terms of like the PSVR physically. In terms of like adjustment, there's like sliders you can do to increase the depth of focus or decrease, and then you could also again go into game settings and fix things there too. I was playing with the controller. I also have the weird clown nose controllers. I didn't use those because I don't have a battery for those, I think. But the controller feels great.
Clown nose controllers.
Yeah, the clown nose controllers.
Which one of those?
The PS3, the PS Move.
P game. I forgot about those shit. Oh my god,
was
the
that
balls.
A sixth gen gaming controller?
The fucking blue balls and red balls. Oh
blue
my
balls,
god.
Red balls. Yeah, big balls.
I'd rather have the fucking thing.
Oh yeah, I got them in my fucking room, dude. This tech is well over a decade and changed years old. It's over 10 years old. This fucking control, and it's in my
Mm-hmm.
room still for some reason. But my experience with VR generally, the games are great, the porn is great, the videos on YouTube are great. Um, it gets uncomfortable about an hour and a half in, maybe more, sometimes less. But just the immersion, and it's just so fun. It's a different perspective. It's a different feel. I've almost broke my guitar. Almost dropped my lady. I almost fucking broke a TV, but it was just fun, man. It's really once you get all the cables, once you're situated, it's just so fun. I'll end with this though. Setting up the PSVR every time you play. So this is what happens real quick. You have to disconnect the HDMI off your PS4, connect it to a box, connect another HDMI from that box to the PS4. And that box, the PSVR box, has to be powered by an AC adapter. So you have to plug in another power cord.
Oh, that
So
sounds fucking annoying.
so it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And also it takes up a USB spot on your PS4 as well. So it's an additional HDMI, USB port, and a power socket. So it's a lot. It's like the PSVR feels like an entitled woman. You know what I mean? Like with high standards. It just feels like you gotta have a fucking GPA 4.0. You gotta have a degree. You gotta make $100,000 a year. You have to have a nice car. You gotta have a dick that's bigger than a foot. You gotta be white. Just too much expectation. It's too much work.
I've always wanted to get into VR just because, I mean, yeah, I've always wanted to try virtual reality. It's just, do you remember the price on how much it was, what you got it for?
Well, I didn't buy it. It was a gift.
Oh, that's right.
But then again, like this tech is kind of old at this point. I would probably just guesstimate 152, maybe less, like on Black Friday, with some GameStop coupons and like maybe a bundle. It's just, but I don't imagine it to be too expensive. If anyone knows in chat, let us know. But I can't imagine it to be too expensive.
Either way, I kind of like, I'm gonna hold on to the PSVR 2 first. I'm gonna wait on that, and then try to get it. Because I do want to get into at least trying virtual reality. It's always been like something I've been into.
It's fun, dude. It's fun. Try. I mean, you could try it out at my place, and you could stream it too.
Oh, true.
You could
Yeah, but I definitely need to try it.
I don't have COVID. I'll wipe it down. There's.
I come back. I fucking wake up the next day looking blue.
You're gonna be looking white.
Oh,
Cause
yeah, you didn't have COVID.
You're gonna be looking more like white because there's gonna be semen on that thing.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I got that shit fucking set up, man. I got that fucking PSVR porn. I got the fucking
man,
flashlight.
I'm kind of not even doubting that you haven't done that yet.
Dude, that was literally the first thing I tried. I wasn't even a game. I had the games installed already, but that was like my first
Did you really?
search. Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did. And I had to look up porn that had PSVR like enabled like vision. Like it's weird because like the videos have to be specific to like your headset. And so I found some videos finally. It's really specific. And I found some videos. I tried to play them. I created an account, dude. I made an account for porn. And then it's like, oh, videos unplayable. I was like, fucking great.
Imagine your brother walking in.
Shit. With my headset on, dick out, flashlight on. Like, oh my god, that's a fucking horror scene. I wouldn't even know he's there because I got my earphones in. I'm going in. Shit.
Oh my god. You're fucking nasty.
But, yeah, man. Alright, so, what else is there? Dying Light 2 came out since our last episode. Dying Light 2. Very excited for this one. This was my #1 most anticipated game of 2022 released, and I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed.
Why?
The game is buggy. The tutorial for that game was 3 hours. there's no cross play in terms of co-op, and it just bugs, man. Like the dialogue wasn't like the dialogue. I had subtitles on, thankfully, and I was able to read the subtitles to the dialogue, but the dialogue wasn't playing out, and so it just cut in to him being like, "All right, man. So, oh man, thanks for listening. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much." And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, are you kidding me?" And the zombies were moving at 20 FPS. I was doing some side missions. It wasn't registering that I completed the side missions. I had to repeat it. And in that same session, I did a mission where it's one of those little side objectives where you scale a tower. You press square to the Ubisoft tower and unlock some other bullshit on the area. But it wasn't registering that I did that. So I did it for nothing.
It was like this for the first Dying Light, wasn't it?
No, well. Then again, I didn't play it at launch.
Oh, during the launch, right?
I played it after the fact, like when it was patched 15 times.
That's right. I forgot. You gotta you went like late into the game.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, as I do with a lot of games.
So what are you thinking? It's like
Uptime.
You think you can plan on continuing with the game once you get a
PS5?
PS5?
Since 736 and 11 seconds, 1H5M10S, emoji speech balloon.
So what do you think you plan on doing with
Dying
Light 2? Do you plan on still continuing playing it on the PS4 or waiting for like the PS5 so you can play with others?
I don't know. I'm debating because if there's a patch that allows me to do crossplay with because I can't even. My friend has a PS5 and I have a PS4, and I can't even play with him. We're on the same family of consoles. We can't even play. So I'm waiting for that patch, the crossplay patch.
Did they announce it or just like hoping?
They said it's in their plan, but they haven't said it's in active development. So I have no fucking idea. There's no time frame. There's no yearly quarter that they announced that the patch would be released in. So it's up for interpretation. I don't know. But it's just buggy, dude. It's just like the side missions, the dialogue, the zombies. Like it's just, I'm not really motivated to play a game like that.
So you're saying no more streams of it at the moment?
Fuck, dude. I mean, yeah, most likely, dude. Because I'm just having a lot of fun with Destiny 2. The new DLC dropped. I'm gonna be playing some more VR.
I forgot you were back on the grind on that.
I'm back on the grind. Yeah, hate myself. It's highly addictive. It hits all the dopamine receptors, and Destiny 2 how would I say? It emulates the feeling of meaning in life in all the bad ways, and so it just gets you going in that route. I don't know how to articulate it well, but it's just a game that will hook you in deep.
Makes you hate life.
Makes you hate life. Destiny 2 is like a baby mama that you just can't get rid of. Like
Destiny 2, which queen is coded?
You won the lawsuit, and she's still coming to you.
Oh shit! Yeah, dude. She won the fucking lawsuit. She's a dope addict. You're a clean whistle, and she's still knocking at your door for some change. Yeah. With the baby in hand and the 40 in the other. Yeah, that's Destiny 2. Yeah, asking for money. So I'm still letting her in. It's like, please, I just want some cosmetics, please. I want some makeup, but goddamn it, I'm past my prime physically. No one wants me. I have no options.
After this?
After this? Streaming it after this?
Fuck.
We've been talking about VR. I'm gonna pick a new VR game.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna do a VR stream right after this.
Selection or no?
Say it again.
You have like a bunch of selections to like pick from or no?
Oh yeah, I mean ever since PSVR games have been in the PS Plus rotation, whenever it looks interesting to me, I'll just save it. I have one that I'm really excited about. I don't know if I want to say who made it or what it is, but this game is so incredibly underrated, and I had no idea that they had made a VR version. VR I don't even know, a tone piece or side game or little own self-contained thing that I just jumped out of my seat, and I'm gonna be playing it tonight. I can't believe these guys have another game for me to play.
Oh, that's sick. And then VR too.
It's in VR, and I'm streaming it tonight. You see it from my perspective. All of my head movements, all of my tracking is in my perspective is yours, and
Oh, that's fucking sick. That's sick.
and the chat appears in VR to me.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing for the Until Dawn game that the chat comes out like in the screen. That's sick.
I love it. I had no idea how they were gonna fix that because that was my worry of mine. We talked about it, like how am I gonna read chat if I'm in VR? But it pops up on the screen, which is just amazing. It's great.
So you don't have to keep on taking on like the headset and shit.
No, that'll just be impractical.
Mhm.
But goddamn, man. Yeah, you have any closing notes?
Hoping for the next state of play. That they actually show Resident Evil. Really, that's like the game. The only game I'm interested at the moment. I like at least known franchises that they have right now that they have. Resident Evil want to know if there's the next game or what's up with RE4. There was a game they showed on State of Play. Did you see it? The one about like dinosaurs.
Who the
What?
fuck approved this fucking game, dude?
What?
It looks ridiculous. When I saw Capcom on that show, I was like, of course, Capcom. Like, who the fuck else? Like, I was thinking either Capcom or Square Enix. Like, I was like, it's just ridiculous.
It's because it's a sequel to like some game they made back then. They made a while back called Dino Crisis, which is basically like Resident Evil, but with, like instead of zombies, it's like dinosaurs. And yeah, that's what it was. So that's why people are excited, like, oh shit. But it looks weird now. It's like it has mechs and shit. So that's probably like the other game that I was gonna say that I'm looking forward to. That was shown that today.
It's like it's like Resident Evil's Downsy brother.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would I want to play this?
That and TMNT are the only games I'm looking forward to. But yeah, State of Play. I wish it was longer, but I understand that there wasn't that much. They didn't have much to show, but damn. Apparently there's no E3 this year. That's what I heard.
Again?
Yeah, and well, people are just saying like, it's probably just gonna go into business because, well, one, because of the pandemic, but two, it's because Sony and Microsoft are doing the same thing Nintendo has been doing for a while, which is like the whole like, why go to a press conference and all that when we could just do a direct, and it's less cringy. Because you can just like pre-record it and everything, so you already have like all the editing and shit. You don't have to do it like live, so the demos don't look like shit or like on the spot or whatever.
No technical error.
Yeah, no technical error because all of this is pre-recorded. So
God, I love the cringe.
Yeah, no E3. So I guess now we just have to look forward to these like directs. But yeah, for this direct it was pretty good and not much complaints.
Man, I love the cringe though. I mean, some of the best moments in gaming
history
was on the stage.
Yeah, honestly, like it's good for them, but it sucks for me because one of my favorite stuff, like to look up on YouTube, is E3 fails. I love doing that. Seeing like them fuck up the demo, or like then start like freaking out because they're on stage. I love that. I'm not gonna have that anymore.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, what are some of your favorite E3 presentation moments?
Like that are found?
General, just like good and bad.
Snoop Dogg when he was fucking baked out of his mind, and they tried to interview him and he didn't know what the fuck. That's definitely up there. Xbox when they was trying to show off the Kinect and they was just like bugging the fuck out. That was a terrible era. I hated when PlayStation was doing PS Move and Xbox was doing Connect. They were just
God,
like doing like hour presentations of like
bullshit.
PlayStation Move games or hour presentation of Xbox Connect games. That was by far like the worst era of fucking gaming.
Ah, man, absolutely. They were really
I'm so
following
happy.
Nintendo then.
It's because they were trying to copy the Wii, but it was like, it's like they were doing like hour-long presentations. But I just remember like seeing the Sony or like the Xbox conference and being like, God, dude, like please just show a game. Like I don't care about the Move and I don't care about the Connect. Um,
Yeah,
those are the two that come up though. Oh, uh, yeah, those are the two that come up.
my favorite memories in E3 presentation history. Number one, that in the seventh generation of consoles, when Xbox announced that they were going to implement DRM into their game, so
Oh my
if you
God, that
weren't
was the worst
online
shit.
while you were playing them, you wouldn't be able to play your game, disc or not. And so Sony just clapped back with a 5-second, 10-second video of Adam
Yeah.
Boyle handing a game to
Shuhei.
Shuhei. And he goes like, and that's how you play games on PlayStation. And
No,
whatever
they
the
were
fuck,
saying like,
you
they were
know?
saying like how do you trade PS5 games?
Yeah.
This is how you trade games on PS4. Give it to Shuhei. Thank you. And that was literally the entire video.
Yeah, pretty much
And
something like that.
it was like such a small video and it fucking roasted the shit out of Xbox. That was so fucking. I don't know who thought that was a good idea of that you have to be online just to play a video game, but and Don Matrick when he was uh like who was it, Jeff Keighley I think that I asked him well, what about the people that don't have like great internet connection, and what about the people like in the army that like they don't have internet to so they can't stay online, so they can't play the video games, like
Third
what
world
would
countries.
you recommend that they do? And his answer was like, oh well, we have the Xbox 360 that they can always try. And they were like, what? Like why would you recommend them to like, you're really just telling them like, oh well, you can't play our system. Like damn, dude. And it was a couple months later where he was just like that he saw that he didn't work at Xbox anymore. I assume they kicked him out, but damn it, there was such bad PR for Xbox.
God, that was a dark period for Xbox, and
Yeah,
yeah,
PS4 was like a great era for Sony and like an
absolutely.
awful era for Xbox.
It took them a good 8 years, no, 5 to 6 years for them to recover from that Connect blow, that bullshit quote, all that cheese, Connect, all that cheese. It took them a while to come back from that. But now their Xbox is back with Game Pass, and they're making some solid stuff on the Xbox, like software wise. So I mean, they're coming back, I think.
Mm.
It was just reported recently that Xbox made record numbers in Japan because historically speaking, they make shit numbers because that's a Western developer
Yeah.
making consoles in a Japanese market. So, but now they're making record sales. It's still not much, but they're doing better than ever. So that's still something to point out.
They actually have an audience now.
Yeah. Who is the motherfucker that is buying an Xbox in Japan? Who?
I don't even know.
Who is buying these Xboxes in Japan?
Well, why are they getting American consoles?
Why are they getting an American console, and what the fuck are they playing on that thing? Maybe there was those are the guys who couldn't get a PS5, and they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the competitor. Fuck it. Can't find a PS5. It's been 2 years. It's been a year. I'm just
I
gonna
really
get an
can't
Xbox.
wait for the direct. Oh my god.
But yeah, man, that's insane. So, in this segment of the show, we are going to be taking some questions. Just for, if we don't get a question in about a minute or so, we'll just call it. But we've always tried this, on YouTube, we pre-record them, and we never get a question because, we're on YouTube, we're a young channel. But yeah, if you got us a question right now in the live chat, feel free to ask, and we'll answer it best of our ability, best of our anal. And if not, we'll just go into the epilogue and call it a show. But yeah.
That fucking face on your thingy.
Dude, it like fell right now. It was so weird.
That fucking face is so stupid. I'm looking at the stream. That's
It's really cool. Like, it's actually like really entertaining. I like it. I want to like throw something to the fucking. That's so funny, dude.
I feel sick that it moved.
I love it. It's such a great detail. I hope the PS5 has something like this.
I have the Astral Playroom that I need to play on it to like, what is it? The haptic feedback or whatever this shit is on the controller to feel it.
Yeah.
I need to play that, but yeah.
Alrighty, man. We'll save the Q&A for another session, for another show, just cause you know you're sleepy, I'm gay, anal. So we'll just call it a show.
Bad combination.
Bad combination. That's the AIDS epidemic. Endemic. Whatever.
Epidemic. Yeah.
Epidemic. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening, for watching. Appreciate you. I'm Pliskin Plays. You can find me everywhere on Pliskin Plays. Eric is Night Slash with a 1 instead of the I.
Don't look me up.
Look him up. He plays fighting games competitively, so you should watch him, cheer him on there whenever he does that. But yeah, that's about it for us.
That'll be it. Bye, you fuckers.
Bye.
I love you. Bye.